Staying with our story on the welfare of soldiers in Nigeria, I'm being joined on the news at 10 by the Executive Director of the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Projects, Mr. Adetokunbo Mumini. He joins us from our studios in Abuja. Glad you could join us tonight, Mr. Mumini.
It's a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
Do you think it's an embarrassment to the military that such a video, as was shown earlier in the bulletin, was released to the public? And isn't it bad enough that it happened anyway?
I don't consider it anything in the nature of an embarrassment. It is important that the Nigerian public should know what is happening to the Nigerian soldiers who are doing monumental things for Nigerians under very difficult circumstances. It is important that this picture comes out so that adequate investigation, thorough investigation can be conducted into it so that the truth, the actual truth, the full truth of what transpired, whether it was recorded 6 months ago or just recently, will not be consequential. What is important is that the truth must be known as to what is happening to the welfare of those who we have entrusted our security to, and that they should be taken care of properly. That is the most important thing.
You sound like you're saying that the army honestly could not have known that this was happening with their own soldiers.
But there should be line of command, line of duties, especially in relation to welfare of the troops. So I would not agree that the army should not have known or would not have known. Somebody has responsibility to take care of these men, and that person who has the direct responsibility to provide them with welfare and their allowances and what should make them be in high spirit to do the work must have been guilty of the dereliction of duty. If we can look at that video and see what is actually happening on ground to the troops.
Mr. Mumini, do you think that this video and the condition in which these soldiers were when this video was shot, do you think it sort of compromises the mission for which they're in the Northeast?
Very well. You see, it's like the Oga of the house not taking care of his megad properly. The man is just sleeping and living on borrowed times because the megad may eventually compromise the security of the house. If you employ somebody for an assignment as serious as security, you must take care of his welfare. If you don't do that, then the security will be compromised. The man will not be doing the work with gusto and sincerity that he should apply to the service, and that compromises the security of the owner of the house. The same way, they won't do the work seriously, and that is what will result in a backlash to what we now consider a safe area. If this type of something has to be done seriously and urgently to continue to take care of the welfare of the troops so that they will be able to do this work with sincerity, with gusto, with all their mind and power and the will at their disposal, so that security will not be compromised, the citizens of Nigeria will be safe.
Could that, well, I've been told this is where we end it. Mr. Adetokunbo Mumini, thank you so much for joining us on the News at 10, the Executive Director of the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project. He joined us from Abuja.